they have this. They have, remember that place where they take the ferry out to the, I think it's New York City, where they take a ferry out to this island and just dump trash.
Yeah. The number of times a garment is worn has declined by about 36% in 15 years.
Oh wow.
So that's fast fashion. People just wearing things once or twice or whatever, throwing them away.
Yeah. Or people know, or it's also because nowadays, you know, you got trends, right? And trends are always going in, going out of style. So every single month, week, year, trends change, and so people then go and buy the new clothing, and that's why there's so much clothing getting rid of. It's because these trends are changing so fast. Compared to back in the day, or even when I was first growing up, trends didn't change that as fast as they do now. So clothing styles are able to stay around a lot longer. That's why for me, you might see me wearing more clothing styles that were from my era, or from the 90s or the 80s. Because I love that better, because those were fashions that actually stick around a lot longer than modern day fashion. Because modern day fashion, every single point there's a thing changing, a thing changing, a thing changing, a thing changing. And that's basically the trend. It's like TikTok, where video trends change, so you gotta keep up with the times, or like YouTube, same thing, whatever you do, compared to like just sticking with one style works for you and going with it because it makes you happy. You're trying to make the commodity happy, not yourself happy, and the more you can make yourself happy, it's better off than anything. That's the one follower with my
Oh, okay. Alright.
yeah. And all that track. Don't you kind of agree?
Yeah.
Because that's why some of these statistics are there more nowadays than anything.
It takes 20,000 liters of water to produce a kilogram of cotton. And it says that's about 2,700 liters of water to make one t-shirt.
Yeah.
And that's which will be enough for one person to drink for 900 days.
Yeah. And that's basically enough also to produce one t-shirt for one person around the world, whatever you want to look at it.
Yeah.
That's like saying, oh, what I'm wearing is made with the water you drink, but the water you drink is also the same water that was made to make my shirt.
And it says a single load of washing also uses between 50 and 60 liters of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. But even though we use that much water, it still goes back and gets recycled and gets reused. But how much to a point is that going back into the clothing and just being absorbed and then drying off when you dry it in the dryer? Or when you have to hang it up to dry, or wherever you put it to dry, or whatever you do with it.
I feel like an ad.
And it's music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that just for more of a visual, so people can,
Yeah, that's cool.
you know,
That's in
not
your
just
list.
have that, it has something else, kind of like, you know, some streamers I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's appropriate.
Yeah, it is. It's a mix of everything. That's like lo-fi, or that would be good for streaming.
Nearly 10% of the microplastics caused in the ocean come from the textiles. That's equivalent to plastic pollution of more than 50 billion bottles.
Yeah.
That's each year.
Yeah. Because even if we ever figured it out, couldn't we figure out how to take the plastic bottles that are created for drinks, and even though we know how to do it, it's kind of hard, but once we can get it efficiently to the T to where we don't have to process it so hard, take plastic and the cardboard and the paper that we use and just recycle it back into making the clothing that you wear. There are brands out there that do that. It's just they don't do it. It's hard to do, so not a lot of brands do it. But we're trying to make it more mainstream and try to push it more than anything. You know?
Yeah.
And anything and everything. So, you know, there's that and all that stuff like that.
And last, let's see here. Fast fashion brands are producing twice the amount of clothes today than in 2000.
Yeah, that's why I said just because of the trend.
Yeah.
Basically trend.
So I mean, there really is no such thing as like, you know,
A good side.